Hey guys, it's Puck, a Mindset Performance Coach, and I'm Carmel here. In this video, you're going to learn about the power of hope. Now, without it, you're screwed. Now, hope is the belief that the future can be better than the present. Everything we construct in our minds, the narratives we're running, the stories we're telling ourselves, is all in this attempt to maintain hope. Hope that there's something better out there for us. Hope that we can achieve something. Hope that this is not the end point and that we can get somewhere else in life. In order for there to be hope, we need to believe in two things. The first is that there's the potential for things to improve, for us to grow, for us to get to an outcome sometime in the future. The second thing is that we need to believe that there's ways to get there. We can actually get from where we are now to that future outcome. Now, the opposite of hope is hopelessness. That's the belief that everything is screwed, so why even bother? Hopelessness is the cause of anxiety, depression, mental illness. If you look at chronic anxiety, that's really a crisis of hope. It's the fear that there's going to be failures in the future. If you look at depression, what's that? It's another crisis of hope. It's the belief that there's going to be a meaningless future, so why does anything even matter? So you need to realize that if you haven't got hope, you're going to go into like the depression, anxiety, like negative spirals very quickly. If you have got hope, you've got optimism for the future. So you need to push towards hope and always be cultivating it. So in this video, I'm going to teach you guys the three components of hope, how you can work on each of them individually. And if any of the three get removed, you're going to be in a lot of trouble. So any of you guys who want to improve your clarity of the future, your drive, your motivation, this is going to be a great video for you. Any of you guys who are struggling with maybe depression, anxiety, lack of hope right now, this is also going to hopefully get your minds firing and thinking about how you can cultivate one of these three components into your life. So the first component of hope is control. Alright, so control is the first one. This is the belief that you have the power to change your life. Now, control can be looked at from two opposing mindsets. So on one side, you've got a growth mindset. So they do feel in control. They feel like they can change outcomes. If they work hard, learn the skills, do whatever is needed, they will get to the outcomes they want. That's a growth mindset. That's what you want. The opposite mindset is a fixed mindset. They don't believe that they've got control. They believe that circumstances are going to go no matter what happens. They feel like victims to their life. Whatever will unfold, they can't really control it much. So they feel like they're powerless to change outcomes. So you might be somewhere in the middle. You might be more growth or more fixed, but it's so important to have control. Because without it, what's the point of setting goals? What's the point of striving for anything? If you don't feel like you're the driver of your own life, you're not going to keep going. So that's the first one. Second one, is value. We need to believe that there's something important enough to strive towards. Any goal that we want to achieve, we've got to put the work in, we've got to make sacrifices. And if there's nothing that we think is important enough, we're not going to push towards it. So you need to value something. You need to have a goal, an objective, whether it's in poker, whether it's financially, whether it's in life, something that you're striving towards that you deemed as important. It's important to you, not the next person, but to you. And you need to be clear on what that is. The third one is community. So you need a community. This means that you need to have some people who are on the same pursuit as you, who are aiming towards the same goals, the same objectives, who value the same things. If we don't have a community, very quickly we become isolated and our values fade away and we don't believe our values even matter. So we need all three of them. So first, control. Second, something to value. And third, a sense of community. We're a part of something bigger than ourselves. All right, so control. Control is something you can work on. Control is the ability to think that you're directing your own life. Now, a few of you guys watching this will be like, kind of feel in control, but at times not. Maybe you procrastinate too much. Maybe you lie in bed. Maybe you struggle to put your hours in grinding. Maybe you struggle to push yourself through your days. So if you lack control, you need to work on that relationship with yourself. So generally, you've got your thinking brain and your feeling brain that need to get in alignment. You need to make sure that your plan is about making goals, plan out the future, but also that you're executing. You execute on this. So this becomes on control is a big part of it, self-discipline and developing the habits and routines and that relationship with yourself where you can consistently execute, because nothing else matters. If you can't get in control of your own actions, you can't achieve anything. So control is like the starting point. Make sure you're able to set yourself targets but follow through. If you can't do that so far, start slowly. Make small little promises with yourself, small little negotiations. I'm not going to snooze my alarm. I'm going to start my grind at this time. I'm going to sign up for the gym tomorrow and follow through. The more often you follow through, the more you feel in control. The less often you follow through, the more you feel out of control. Then we've got values. This is like getting real clarity on what you believe in. So for me, when I work with players one-on-one, I always get clarity on the vision. What we're trying to achieve working together. What's the outcomes? What do you deem important? Is it money? Is it achievement? Is it being the best player in the world? Is it making X amount of money so you can travel the world? Is it being the best dad for your kids? What is it that you value the most? And what's the plan for you to achieve those outcomes? So getting clarity on what you actually value is so important. Without values and without knowing what's important, everything becomes meaningless or unimportant. So you need to really decide on what you value. And the third one's a community. Without a community, everything just feels like, what's the point? And you feel isolated. If you're just going about your own business by yourself, just for your own purposes, very quickly we feel isolated. Our values, what we think is important, doesn't matter. So all three of these are needed. If you remove any of the three, then the whole hope crumbles. So imagine you've got values, you know what's important, and you've got a community, you've got some guys on the same page as you, part of a team, but you don't feel in control. You don't feel like it matters. You can't, if you wanted to achieve something, you couldn't because you don't control the outcomes. Certain things are going to happen, you're unlucky, things won't work out for you, or you just don't feel like you've got the willpower or power to continue. Control goes, these two soon fade to nothing and hope's gone. On the flip side, let's have a look at control. Let's say you feel like you can control your life. Yes, I can take my life wherever I want to. But you don't know what's important. You haven't thought about your values, what you actually think important. You've got a nice strong team with you, you can control your life, but you don't know what's important. If you don't know what's important, you're not striving towards something. We need something important to work towards, or there's nothing to hope for. So that wouldn't work either. Let's say you've got no communities. Let's say you know what you want, you've got control of your life to achieve it, and you've got no community. Very quickly you're going to make progress towards your goals because you know what you want and you've got the control of your life, but you're going to feel isolated. You're going to feel like, what's the point of all this? I haven't got a community to work with. Is it even meaningful? As humans, we need to connect. We need to be on to the same pursuits, the same journey. So that could be your family. That could be your friends. That could be other poker players. It could be other people in your circle. But you need some sense of community, people attached to who you're on this journey with. So these are the three components I really wanted to share with you guys. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and if you did, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, leave a comment below on how you found this video and anything I can help you with going forward.